Where are you on the relation with China?
I wish we had a better relationship with China.
You do?
Absolutely. I think it's really unfortunate that two of the most important powers in the world are at loggerheads, and I just think we should make peace with China. I think that would be very, very good. That would be an incredible white swan. Let's put it that way.
Let me ask you a slightly different question about maybe capitalism on a different front, which is this administration has been uniquely taking stakes in businesses. They're interested in switching grants potentially at universities to effectively take stakes in patents and all sorts of things. What do you think of that?
What I think is that the United States allowed other countries to control, to use a Mamdani term, the means of production, right, and make the United States vulnerable, whether it was chip manufacturing or active pharmaceutical ingredients or rare earths, and that created a lot of vulnerability for the country. And I think what the president is doing is trying to solve that problem by enhancing the competitive position of Intel and sort of anointing these companies. If Intel failed, and by the way, if you look at a stock price chart of Intel, it was on a very negative trajectory for the business. That's a threat to the country.
Not a perfect way to do things, obviously. Maybe Intel should have failed.
I think that would have been a mistake.
Right, but
first of all, what the Biden administration did is it gave money to Intel.
Right.
What Trump said is, I want to get a return on my investment.
So picking winners and losers, solar, picking any, renewables or electric cars, none of that stuff.
Yeah, look, I think you should be cautious about the government stepping in and becoming a capitalist force. At the same time, if the government is going to provide some form of subsidy to an industry, getting something back so the taxpayer gets a return on the investment, I think is a very smart strategy.
AI, this AI boom?
It's incredible.
Incredible
for the world.
As long as the eye can see? Or, do you think that it's indiscriminate spending? Do you think that it's...
I think it's a bit like the railroads, a bit like fiber. The worst case scenario is we have excess capacity. But I think what we've seen is, intelligence is not something that you're ever going to have excess capacity for. So if and when we achieve AGI, right, this is a Lollapalooza effect for the world. We're going to, will enable us to. We're already starting to see impacts on, cancer discovery, so imagine a world where we can, address every disease, right? Imagine a world where we can, the power of superintelligence is worth a meaningful investment. Will some of this money, will some companies go bust? For sure. But I wouldn't have bet against,
I'm not laughing at that.
The alphabets of the world have the resources to make these investments.
For Andrew,
still run a profitable business.